Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to take some notes on perpendicular bisectors. Now, I know that this is a concept that you already know about, but I put the definition in here anyway. So it is a line that is perpendicular to a given line segment. Now, it's a line segment because a line segment has a definite middle, whereas a line does not because it goes forever and ever in either direction. So it's a perpendicular line given to a given line segment that also bisects the segment, aka cuts it directly in half. Now our ultimate goal here is we want to write the equation of the perpendicular bisector of AB, which is in the picture over here. And I've labeled the points for you, and I've also labeled it x1, y1, x2, y2 for your convenience as well. So, what do we need to draw or write any equation of a line? Well, we need a point, and we also need a slope. So let's focus on the first thing. We got to find a point. Well, to find the point that our perpendicular line needs to pass through is we need to find the midpoint of our line segment so that it cuts it directly in half. All right. So there is a midpoint formula for this. Let me just write this down really fast and then we'll talk about it. So midpoint is capital M, big M. Small m is for slope. So if you have to write big M and small m, just make them noticeable. So like big M right here, and then maybe small m like that if you're doing both slope and midpoint on the same piece of paper. Okay, so midpoint is equal to, now this is a point, so that's an open parenthesis, and then I'm going to do x1 plus x2 divided by 2, and then comma, and then the same thing for my y coordinate, y1 plus y2, that's a 2 divided by 2, close parenthesis. So like I said, this is a point, so we need to have the parentheses here and the comma in the middle. Now I know that it says an average of the x's and the average of the y's. That's how we find our midpoint formula. And that's exactly what's happening. We got two data points here, x1 and x2, and then we're dividing by however many data points that we have. Now, when we do this, we are finding the exact middle between these two data points. That's what happens when you find the average of two data points, you find the middle of it. So when we find the middle of our x's and we find the middle between our y's, we find the midpoints of our line segment. So in other words, let's just go ahead and find the midpoint of our example here. So we have midpoint, I'm just going to plug in here. So x1 plus x2 is negative 2 plus 4. Negative 2 plus 4 divided by 2. And my y's are 4 plus 2 divided by 2, close parenthesis. Draw a line to show my work here. Negative 2 plus 4 is positive 2. Divided by 2 is 1. That's 1. And 4 plus 2 is 6. Divided by 2 is 3. So my halfway point should be 1 comma 3. Should be at 1 comma 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there it is. Fantastic. All right. So let me show you. We found the middle between how much our x's and our y's changed. So originally, to go from A to B, we went down 2, and in this case, to find our midpoint, we only went down 1. That's true. And then for our y's, we originally went over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but this time we only went to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. So that means 1, 3, or I only went down 1 and then I went over 3, and I also hit my midpoint. Okay. Now, so we've done one thing. We've gotten our point. So our point is 1, 3. That's the point that our perpendicular bisector needs to pass through. Now we just need to find the slope, and we need to recall that slopes of perpendicular lines have negative or opposite reciprocal slopes. Reciprocal. negative or opposite reciprocal slopes. So all we need to do is we need to perform our slope formula on our line segment AB. So line segment, and then I'm just going to do a subscript of AB here to say what I'm finding the slope of. And that again is y2 minus y1 divided by, well, I mean, I don't actually need to do this because I can just do it from my picture, but let's just do the formula anyway. Y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. And then we're going to go here and just plug in y2 is 2 minus 4 divided by 4 minus a negative 2. So 2 minus 4 is negative 2. 4 minus a negative 2 turns into 4 plus 2, which is 6. So negative 2/6 turns into negative 1/3. So that is my slope for AB. Therefore, my slope of my perpendicular line needs to be the opposite, which is a positive, and reciprocal of 1/3 is 3. So positive 3. So that's my slope. So now it just turns into the questions that you've been answering about perpendicular and parallel slopes. So in essence, this last question is now asking you for is what is the equation of the line that has a slope of 3 and passes through the point 1, 3? And this we've done before. So all we're going to do is just plug into y equals mx plus b to solve for our b because we know all the other variables. 3 is y, or y is 3, excuse me. Our slope is 3 times our x value of 1 plus b. 3 times 1 is 3 plus b, so b has to be 0. So b is 0, so therefore my perpendicular bisector to this line has the equation of y equals 3x. Okay, thank you so much for watching. As always, be safe and be healthy. I will see you next time, guys. Bye.